Hey you! Yes, you sitting on the toilet right now. That's right, I did make a joke that'll only be funny if you're actually sitting on a toilet. Anyways, you see this beautiful river right here? I love this river, but there's one thing that I think would make it so much better. You see how it meets up with the ocean down here and it doesn't even look anything like the ocean? It's kind of a big shame. So, I've been thinking to myself, like any normal Jurassic World Evolution player would, how can I get this texture to look more like the ocean texture so that it looks like it flows into the ocean naturally? Now I could mod the game, but I don't know how to do that, so I came up with the next best solution. I tried to think to myself, how in the world could I get that sort of texture onto the river? And then I thought of this. Hey, that's a blue texture. It looks kind of like the ocean waves. What if we just made a of Mosasaurus? Obviously, this seems like the most practical solution to me, so here we are today, and we're going to find out just how well or poorly this will actually work. Now, this is sort of similar to the 2000 Compies episode that we did not too terribly long ago, so if you didn't see that, be sure to go check that out if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. But nonetheless, today we are going to be making an absolute of Mosasaurus. I don't know why, it just struck me. I was like, this is what I've got to do. So, here we are. Okay, so the way that this is going to work today is, as you can see, I've dried up all the water except for a couple puddles at the very ends of the river, as well as one in the very middle because I don't think their range will go all this way. You'll hear more about what I'm trying to say here in a second. And what's going to happen is they will hatch here, they'll have their water here, and they should start migrating towards the middle in order to get to the food, which will, theoretically, once we get a ton of them, allow this whole section to fill up. And then from there, there's also a little bit more in the middle to hopefully draw some more this way. And one way or another, they should hopefully spread out along this entire distance, thus creating a huge river of Mosasaurus. So, let's see what happens. Now, I do have faith that we are going to build a beautiful river today, because we were able to get to like 800 something flipping compies. And if we had 800 Mosasaurs, well, these are like a bajillion times the size of the compy, so we should be filling up a lot of space with blue today. But this is the end of the first wave being released right here, so let's go ahead and see how the river is looking now. Aren't they glorious? Oh, it's beautiful. It's happening. The river. It looks like the first of the Mosasaurus are starting to make their way down towards the feeders. The distribution is happening. Oh, I've done the maths twice on this one, folks. We'll definitely get this right. And now, time for a brief update on the Mosasaurus Trail. This has been a brief update on the Mosasaurus Trail. More. Now I can safely say that that is a sight that I thought I would never see. I think I'm in love. Yep, I'm in love. My calculations may not have been quite as perfect as I had once thought. I'm baffled. I guess I must have forgotten to carry the one or something, because, I mean, this side is running like a fine, well-oiled machine. Everybody's running back and forth, and they're doing lovely. There's, like, no health incident. Actually, there's a couple popping up now. That's not good. Uh-oh. I might have forgotten to carry the one on that side, too. But these guys have been doing swell over here. Every time they get hungry, they run over here. Whenever they get thirsty, they either run back, or they progress further up the river like a good Mosasaurus. But this side, they just don't even know what they want. They say they're starving, so then they start walking the opposite direction of the feeder, and it amazes me. It's like, oh, we've lost another. Oh no. We might have to do some rethinking here. But the river,
will not go unnoticed. It will succeed eventually, no matter how many lives it takes.
See, this right here is the part that amazes me. Like this guy, he's like, I need to find water. Well, it doesn't say it anymore, but just a second ago, before I changed what the water source was, it says looking for water. But you're dying of food and you just passed all the feeders, my guy. You're not even like dying of thirst yet and you're looking for water? Over the food that you are dying from? Like, come on, dude. It's not my fault you're dying. No wonder you went extinct. You starved to death right next to the feeder. Oh my god. So did you. And you. Oh my god. One of the very first ones we released is actually still here. That's crazy. Good on you. You should set an example for everybody else, because apparently nobody else knows how to eat and drink. Guys, it's really not looking good. I have been here for hours, just spamming mosasaurs, placing feeders, changing water source locations, and healing dying mosasaurs. It's really not looking good. I'm slowly losing my mind, I think. I've had to take 2 breaks already. It's just... I don't know, guys. I'm losing my mind. Well, everybody, I really hate to say it, but I'm kind of afraid that we're not really going to be able to make this dream come true. As you can see, I cannot keep up with the amount of mosasaurs that are dying. I've started putting feeders absolutely everywhere because by far the most common cause of death. Let's see if we can find where one of these dead guys are. Is this one? Yeah, they starve to death. And so I've started placing feeders everywhere, as you can kind of see. And it's just not working. Is this another one dying? Right, yeah, but there's another one dying. I've been spamming them out left and right. And from a distance, if you just really use your imagination and squint your eyes, then maybe you can kind of sort of see the river, you know? But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get this entire span of water all nice and mosasaured up. And these guys aren't even coming over anymore because I've placed so many feeders that now they're just dependent on that one water source. So, I don't know. But if you guys have any other sorts of wacky ideas that you'd like to maybe see me try and experiment with here on the channel, then just be sure to let me know down below and we can definitely try them out someday. But this was another fun little experiment. I really wish that this would have gone a little bit more how I had envisioned it, but hey ho. We still got like a pretty large mass of mosasaurs. How many do we have in the park at the moment? 180. It's taking a little bit of a toll on the computer here, but I mean, for the most part, it's still doing pretty good. Like if you look in the distance, it kind of despawns them if you go far enough away. Like if you come closer, then they all kind of pop in. So even if we did have this nice and plump, we wouldn't be able to actually see all of them because it would despawn a bunch of them, unfortunately. So I don't know. I really wish this would have worked a little bit more how I'd envisioned, but at the end of the day, it was still a neat little experiment, and it brought some pretty hilarious images, if I do say so myself. I mean, look at this. Did you ever think that you would see this when you saw the first trailer for Jurassic World Evolution? Because I can safely say that this is not what I envisioned when they first announced this game. But I'm going to have to leave it here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then if you could consider maybe leaving a like to show me that you want to see more little experiments like this, then that'd really be awesome. If not, no worries, but until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. You know, the saddest part about this whole thing is here we are at the end of the video. Nobody's here, but here we are. And this has taken so long. So long. And this is the sort of video people will think that I put no effort in at all because it's such a short video in the edit. Like, here I am post-production and like, I barely have a video here and it's just, my little heart.